I'm honored to be standing before you this afternoon. If you grew up watching Nollywood movies as a Gen Z or millennial, you agree with me that there is something called Nwa-Nsukka. Nwa-Nsukka is used to describe teachers who teach in indigenous schools. These teachers are not accorded the maximum respect they deserve as a learned teacher just because of where they're from. It is stereotype, a negative one. So it doesn't matter how educated they are, it doesn't matter how learned, exposed, experienced they are. Just because of the school they are teaching, they are not worthy to be respected or accorded the maximum respect a teacher should get. We face this every day in our lives, in our career, in our businesses. And I faced the same dilemma when I started my journey as an actor. It wasn't easy. You all know about the Nwa-Nsukka stereotype. People might think it's not harmful law, but it is. Because when you misbehave, especially in Onitsha back in the days, they will say Nwa-Nsukka. They don't care if you're from Nsukka. They don't even want to know where you're from. They think the Nsukka people are local, uneducated, unexposed, not high, not mighty, and should not be respected. So I started my journey in Nollywood. That stereotype hit me so hard. It was my first audition as an actor. I had already registered to the audition in front of everybody. So when it was my turn, the person auditioning us called me out, and he said, "What's your name?" I said, "My name is Rachel." And he said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Nsukka." And he said, "Nwa-Nsukka." In Igbo language, he said, that means, can you do what we are doing here? Are you sure you have what it takes? And I asked myself, what basis did you judge me with? Do you know me before? Do you know my capability? Do you know what I'm capable of doing? Do you know my acting prowess skills? Or because I'm Nwa-Nsukka. And after the audition, I did so well in the audition. For some reasons I can't explain, they were not giving me, they didn't give me the role, and that passed. So when I came back home, I was so bitter. I said, no, this Nwa-Nsukka will dull my shine. I am going to change it. In fact, when I go out, if people ask me where I'm from, I will not accept that I'm from Nsukka. I will swap it up. And I decided, because my father's name is Raphael, and I changed my name to Rachel Raphael. So people don't judge me negatively without knowing the power, the potentials that I carry. So I went out for another audition, and the director of Chief Chama asked me, "What's your name?" I said, "Rachel Raphael." And he was dazed. He looked at me like, "Where are you from?" I said, "Nsukka." At that point, I didn't want to say Nsukka. I was a bit coward, but some people just say Nsukka. They said, "Hey, Nsukka people, they are well nurtured. Why are you now changing your name? If you make it tomorrow, how would your people identify you? What's your surname?" I said, "Okonko." I said, "Okay, please change our name to Rachel Okonko." And I was auditioned. And I did perfectly well, and I gave you well. I continued my journey in Nollywood. It wasn't an easy one. Then, I did the movie titled Nkoli Nwa-Nsukka. As a matter of fact, when I had the first experience, I said to myself, "You see this Nsukka thing, I want to include it again. I have to speak through my nose, I have to push up. I have to act in a way that people will not even know that I'm from Enugu State. I have to bring up some swag." Losing my identity. I never knew that my identity is destined to bring greatness to me. So when I had that first experience, and my childhood friends, if they told me where I'm filming or when I'm with people, I'll start speaking English. I'll start speaking, so that people around me see me lessons or think I'm local. So, but after that audition and the way the director spoke to me, saying, "Raise your identity, your authenticity." And I said to myself, "Rachel, this is the time." So at that point in time, I had grown courage and start to understand that where I am not from, the language I speak doesn't define me. What defines me as a queen is what is inside me. So it is not my problem you choose to judge me wrongly even when you don't know the skills I have. I started to realize that it really is your problem not to see my abilities, so I embraced my identity. So that fateful day, I answered a call and we're filming one film like that, we're on the set. And immediately I answered the call, the way I was speaking, so everybody started laughing. And the director said, Rachel, can you do a movie with this language? And I said, yes, Nwa-Nsukka is ready. And he said, congratulations. This is how I got my big break in Nollywood, Nkoli Nwa-Nsukka. So, my topic today is flipping stereotype to your own advantage. You cannot run away from who you are. Did I tell you that after I got my big break, another stereotype came on board? Time passed. They think this is the kind of movie I can do. They think this is the only aspect I'm good at. And I fought it again and I won it. And today I can do all manner of role, all kinds of role, and I do it perfectly. And I'm not doing it to show to people that I can do it. I didn't just wake up and say, oh, I am going to make the naysayers pay for what they did to me. What did I do? I understand the stage is very competitive. I understand people were looking for something to use against me. I understand people were trying to define me even when that is not who I am. I went on the ground. I started expanding my knowledge. I started expanding my acting skills and prepared myself for the success I deserve. So each time it comes, I am ready. And I get what I deserve. So people started to wonder, Nwa-Nsukka, you are local, how manage? I did not change the identity. I am still Nwa-Nsukka. But if I have not embraced my authenticity, if I have not embraced who I am, maybe I won't be here speaking to you today. We have so many people who lost their identity in the journey. When they tell you this, tell you that, you want to change from who you are to who you are not. Remember, when it's not authentic, it doesn't last. So when it comes to flipping stereotypes to your own gain, to your own expansion, you must understand that it is a continuous work. Have I stopped rebranding? Have I stopped working on myself? Have I stopped expanding my knowledge? I haven't stopped any of those things. I'm still on that process because growth and greatness is a journey. And the moment you step out, expect no. Expect people to say you are not enough. Expect people to say you are not worthy of that position. Expect people to say, how can it be you? Well, my darlings, it is you. And it will always be you. So your potentials and what you carry in you is not for people to determine. Your ability is organic. It is for you to show to the world, this is the woman I am, this is the man I am. Yes, I am facing challenges at the moment. Yes, I am not where I deserve to be. Yes, my intelligence hasn't taken me to where I truly desire to be, but I will continue to learn. That is what I did to myself, and it favored me greatly. So I don't know the stereotype you're facing at the moment. I don't know what has been said to you that is making you to feel less of yourself. This is Rachel, encouraging you to flip that narrative for your own good. You have great potentials in you. You are a great person. Some persons will say, how can I be great when I don't have money? It's not all about money. Opportunities that will make you make billions in a minute will come. But the question when it comes to you, do you have the capacity to attain that heart and be worthy of it? Because you need to prepare yourself. If you reach it, you persist, you insist, then you become. And don't expect success to come on a platter of gold. We've listened to so many people before myself. All their stories are very inspiring, and you can agree with me that greatness cannot come overnight. You have to sacrifice. Most importantly, you need to be patient with your journey. I understand sometimes it gets very frustrated. Sometimes you soak your pillow with tears. Sometimes you don't want to move the next morning. You don't want to work. You felt like you've been working on your life, but you're not seeing the dividends of your work. But let me ask you, if you give up now, will you see the dividends? result, you will not see the result. This is why patience is sacrosanct when it comes to building great personality, human development, and attaining great heights in life. Sometimes, maybe in your office, somebody will tell you that this position you're aiming to get, you will never get it till you buy it. People say that. People are that mean. And you go back home, instead of you to go back to your shelf, pick up your book, start building yourself, start preparing yourself for that person you really want to be. You will go back and start crying. This is also another subtle reminder, my darlings. Emotions not baby.
Talk to me.
And money is not baby. So many people will make excuses. I'm a woman, I don't need to work vigorously. I'll get married to an Odogu. The Odogus are now asking, what are you doing to do? So I encourage every girl child to maximize their potentials. And I always tell them when I'm having my Facebook program for girl child, if as a girl child your brain is not active, your body will suffer it. And if that happens, you're not even sure certain that you attain that height. And when we talk about powerful and great people, it's not just money, it is what you represent as an individual. It is the legacy you are building. If you know me too well, you know, yes, I'm keen about fame, I'm keen about luxury and all of that, but I'm so high on moral standard, integrity, and values. When you find yourself in a society where people celebrate what is not what being celebrated just for likes and views, you should bring yourself together and tell yourself that you deserve better. What you're building is bigger than I love you. It's bigger than likes, it's bigger than views. Yes, we are building wealth. Yes, we want fame. Yes, we want that position. We want to be promoted. We want all of that. But as a woman, how about our integrity? How about our values? How about our moral standard that our parents instilled on us? Do we still have it intact? Or we lost it all?